Okay guys, welcome back to the channel and to episode 10 of the build, and we're going to try and get the turrets in today. We're going to try and get the props on as well, and then we'll see what the time is before we decide to whether to put the decals on. So now, update. You can see what's happened here. The rear wheel broke off, so I've just drilled a hole, stuck that in with super glue, and just supported it up with a bit of blue tack. So there we go. Now let's try and get, got to leave that as to its own devices, and now we've got to try and get that all glued in today. There we go. Got to try and get this all in, and I think it might be slightly on the on an angle. Yeah, slightly on an angle, but we'll get it in. This is the problem with it being so fiddly. This is the problem with the bleeding toe. It's been so fiddly. Right, let's get this all glued in, because I'm gonna bring the camera over just a tiny bit there. Oh bloody hell! Glue's getting all over the place. Right, come back. Well, I managed to try and get the turret in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to run a bead of glue in there and just let it dry. That's what I'm going to do. Just let that run in, and it can do what it wants. So that's the rear turret in. Okay, so there's two small pieces which I've also got to go in. How the hell am I going to get them in? I don't know, but I'll give it a go. And it's these two small parts there where my finger is. So we'll get them cut off and we'll give them a bit of a bash. Right, now then, I think that one must go in. How the hell are they going? Right. I can't see how they go in. Let's have a look. I'll see what they do. Take the turret out, and then they go in there like so. So I think what might be an idea is to go and get a pair of tweezers. So go and get a pair of tweezers. That's just one example of me not following the instructions properly. Right. Right, let's put those over there for one side for a minute. And then what we'll do is we'll just put in a bit of glue. In fact, what we'll do is just sorry about this. Get my scriber. I will scribe. I will just try and scratch away a bit of the surface so that the glue has got scratch away a bit of the paintwork. And then what we'll do Now, seeing how they go in. I suppose it doesn't really matter, but well, that looks to be one in. And then what we've got to do there, right, there we go. Now it's just hope that that goes in back. There, and I just think we'll just put a bit more glue. And then we'll just whack some in there. I must paint this bit just a little bit later on. So there we go. That's the rear turret in. Well, I've done the best I can to get the front turret in, but it's a bugger to do. And as you can see, the machine gun's a bit loose as well, so I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'm just going to get the bloody thing in. So here we go. I'll just get the bloody thing in like that. There we go. So hopefully. Basically, that was just nigh on impossible to do that one. So I even thought about drilling a hole in the can in. If I just do that. So it's just there we go. Right, now the trick is now to go and get this part on. So I'm hoping that will go. There we go. Is it? Yeah, that will go on nicely. So that's a nice little snug fit there. So I'll just get some glue in. And there you can see that I've actually painted it black, so there we go. That's a nice snug fit there. There we go. What about that? Eh? Done the best I can with it. Now, there's one more part to go on at the front. And it is, if I can find it, there we go. It's this part here. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll just quickly get that, or get the side part painted up. Okay, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're going to use a bit of Tamiya, try and use a bit of a Tamiya extra thin so on this nose part here. So I think I'm going to have to buy some more of this because and that might just do it. Okay, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I'm now still going to put the propellers on. So here we go. This is one of the most important parts of the right. Now we want to go and cut all the parts to the propeller off. So that's the prop bosses. I don't know, the prop spinners. The props and the spinners have been primed, so and then once they've all been glued together, they can be painted. Okay, so I'm just going to I'll do one propeller and then right, and that's the right. Now I think that sprue is finished. Okay, so we can just put that over to one side and we'll see how the propeller goes. Right, So we need this part going into there. And then that just needs a bit of glue or cement, a bit of plastic magic. So I'll just put that out. And then that goes on there, so we just put a bit of glue in. And then what we can do is we can stick and then this goes into there, like so. So we'll leave that to dry, and I'll get the other one in off camera. Right, so they've been all glued together. All that remains is to paint them. So I'm just going to get me tweezers in a minute, and then I'll leave that one to dry, and I'll get the other one painted off camera. Propellers are ready to be put on. So all we need to do is, fingers crossed, this will work. It goes in. And there's one in. What about the other one? There we go. Right, now I wonder whether this is stuck. Seems as if it has, so we can take the masking tape off. And so the props are on. Okay, one of the next parts is going to be this part here. So hopefully we can get this in. I've had to drill a hole big enough that it'll fit, because so I've got a funny feeling this is where the blue tack's going to have to come in handy again. So it's going to stay put. This is for now, just so I think a bit more glue in. And it needs a bit of painting on top anyway, so we'll leave that to dry. And there's two more parts here that need to go on, so we want part C29 and C30. Wait, so that's that one there. So C29 is this part here. Well, we'll get the and then C30 goes into the little hole that we drilled at the earlier in the series. So let's get it in, and then There we go. Right, now then. Now, that is the actual build done. The only thing that's that's got to be done now is the decals, and we'll and I think I might actually get them done in the next episode. Okay, so episode 11, which will be the final part. Okay, so I will just pack up here and I will call it a day. Just one tiny little bit to put in now, and that is the landing lights. Okay, and I think I did put the glue away, but I'm going to get it back out again. We'll get the landing lights on, and then we'll call it a day. So in we go. Right, there we go. Well, that's it for this episode, guys, and there's only one more episode to go, and that is, hold on, and that is the decals. Okay, so if you've enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up, why don't you? Comment, subscribe. It's free to subscribe, by the way, and also share the video as well. So in the meantime, guys, thanks ever so much, and I'll see you on Sunday for the decals. Bye bye.